What's up? I'm Surf Country Doug, and I'm going to show you how to do some basic suncure ding repairs. So here's all the stuff you're going to need to do the job. Your suncure, there's two kinds. There's either polyurethane or epoxy. Make sure you know the difference. Make sure you know what kind of foam is in your board. You're going to need a razor blade or a razor knife, either one. You're going to need some sandpaper, something on the coarser side like 100 or a 60 grit. Great. Possibly need a piece of cardboard to use as a squeegee, so we can fold that over and have a nice clean edge to pack the suncure in. And then my favorite is to have some actual clear packaging tape to cover over the ding. The next thing you're going to need is a ding in your board. There it is. Start by cutting out any of the loose fiberglass that was crushed in. This is where you're going to bring the razor knife into play. Ideally, you want to get all the loose pieces of fiberglass out. Okay. Then we want to make sure and sand it and prep it. So you're going to come in and just do some light circular sanding. Always prep a bigger area than you think you might need, because suncure always works best when it sticks to good fiberglass rather than just filling the whole level. Next, we want to make sure that it's nice and clean, no dust. Then we're going to come in with our suncure. We're going to start by squirting it into the hole. A little extra is okay, but not a lot extra. This is my favorite step, especially when you're working on something on the flat. Take and cut yourself a piece of clear packaging tape. Come in, set it down nice and slow and flat. And what you can do is just work it down with your finger in a nice circular motion. That'll blend it into the board. This will minimize the amount of sanding you have to do. And like I said before, it'll allow the suncure to stick to some of the good fiberglass, not just stick to the actual hole itself. And now we're ready for some daylight. Now that I've given it a couple minutes to dry in the sun, usually about 10 minutes is a good time, I can come in here and take the tape off. When you use this tape method, you want to make sure that after you take the tape off, you feel it. You'll notice that it might be kind of gummy and have some adhesive. The adhesive from the tape will stick to the top of the suncure. There's two ways you can get that off. You can either sand it off with your sandpaper, or one of the other products that I like to use is the wax remover, and you can just squirt that on there. This is the same stuff that we use to clean the surfboard, and then come in and just wipe it down. Now the adhesive is all gone. It's not sticky. The ding's hard. The tape method will usually mean that you don't have to do any sanding if you take your time and do it well, or you can come in and sand it a little bit more and do some blending. And that's it. You're ready to paddle out. Now let's say you have another ding and you don't have any packaging tape. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to come in here, we're going to cut out some of that glass that's all messed up. Taking out all the loose pieces. Okay. We're going to come back in, we're going to sand it again. Again, something coarse like 100 or 60 grit sandpaper. Make sure you blow it out so it's not dusty. Now we're going to use that cardboard I was talking about. Cardboard method. It's going to work like this. Take the same approach. We're going to squirt some on, leaving a little bit extra. Some people will leave it on like that, let it dry, and then sand it, but that makes a lot of work. So by taking the cardboard, you take and just wipe it flat. Alright, and then put it back out in the sun and let it dry. Again, let it sit outside for about 10 minutes. So as you can see, here's one of the repairs that I did with the tape method. It's nice and smooth. Really no sanding, no edges that I can catch or cut myself on. This one over here, there's no edges I can get my cut on, but what you'll notice is now it looks a lot lumpier and I have to do more sanding to get it flat. But to get this one entirely flat, I ended up with a little dimple in the middle, so I'd have to do another layer of suncure over it. But I really like the tape method much better, because this is just a lot more work, a lot messier. This is ready to surf. This you have to do even more sanding to. Here's a couple dings I wouldn't tackle with suncure. Definitely not a tail this bad. Large rail dings or buckles.